Hello people, welcome back. More iRacing, it's been a while. I'm just going to show you a few clips to start with. We're here in the F4s around Austria. So I've been trying some different cars. I've really been enjoying these F4s, but I've really been struggling to get a clean race. So you can see it's obviously going to be carnage. They're very easy cars to lock up. We were 3 wide there for a short time, but we all started pretty well. Around the first corner, that's always the hardest part. We're going to try and jump into this guy's slipstream. And get that done pretty comfortably. Maybe 2 here. No, just the 1. No lock up. Big incident there, so we can't go flying. Actually, I think that was a bit of lag. But all clean so far. So you must be thinking, what goes wrong? Well, you won't have to wait too long to find that out. I mean, I've probably spent 3-4 hours trying to get my head around this car, how it worked, how not to lock it up. And we're actually making pretty decent progress through the field, and we look quicker. I mean, he nearly sent me spinning there because of a bad brake. He broke early and then came off it, and then, yeah, all over the place. Pretty good round here. We've definitely got more speed than him, though. Coming into the second last corner now. And then a huge smash. I suppose you could blame me, but I don't know why he broke so early. So yeah, we was making that corner comfortably. Let's try it again, shall we? F4 Austria, round 2.
Go, go, go.
Now we seem pretty clear behind. Put it in a gap, 3 wide.
3 wide. Clear left, on your left. Clear left. Clear all round. Right side, 3 wide.
I definitely blame myself. It's not necessarily my fault that there was a crash, but I don't know why I put myself in a 3 wide position. You can see the Red Bull actually gets tagged there, so we were 4 wide. He gets hit. Nothing I can do. I didn't realise there was another car to the right of the Red Bull, so yeah, there was just, it's never going to work. And then we get tagged by his front wheel on the way out, and that's that. Anyway, we decided to save our safety rating a bit and jump in the Mazdas. So we are 11 laps through this race. Been running pretty well. I think we're, what, P4 currently? And as we come around this corner, is it this corner? I think it is. Put our foot down, shift up into 2nd gear. And yes, here we go. I just can't shift up. My controller won't let me shift up. I shift down, engine blows up. Guy behind me avoids contact. And yeah, I mean, that's just pure frustrating. I think it was my wheel. I don't really know. It hasn't happened. It has happened again. But yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is. So, let's go into a proper race. We qualified P2 in this one. MX5s. Round, I can't remember the name of the track actually. I will put it in the video. But I really do enjoy this track. P2, we qualified pretty well. Obviously, we did drop down some of our strength for fields because of our pretty poor performances in the IR4s and that Mazda incident as well. So P2 though, right where we want to be. Going to gain you a lot of points here. Let's try and get a safe race. I love this guy's livery up in front. You can see we've already pulled away from P3, which is, I don't really, oh there, I do see some incident in the background. That must have been what happened. So we've got to try and stick with P1. Just use his slipstream. These corners, that penultimate corner is very hard to take. Got to be so careful on the accelerator, otherwise you run wide like I just did there. Not wide enough to cause me any problems. We're going to try it around the outside here.
Still there.
Never really going to be able to make that work without very late braking, but it's just not worth it at this point. I'm down, just following through carefully now. Don't want to make any silly mistakes. Because I'd take P2 all day long, and no incidents would be great. That would do our safety ratings massive things. In terms of what is to come for the channel, obviously you saw some of that IR4 action, so the Formula 4 cars I will be doing more of. It's just hard to get a clean race, unfortunately, but I'm sure we'll get one sooner rather than later. Then we've got the Porsches, the GT3 Porsche Cup cars, which are very exciting but also very, very difficult to drive. So we'll see how we go. Clean lap prize. I mean, from Tuesday is a track I actually own, so next week you should see some Porsche action. But for now, we can focus in on the Mazdas. And the CP1 just getting away from us, half a second away now. And P3 all the way back, 3.6 seconds back actually. So, like we said, we did see an incident earlier, but he now has got some clean air, nothing to worry about, might be able to catch us. But as things stand, we're pretty happy with where we are. And there is another gear shift problem. You can see I'm not too happy with it, but I think it is the last time that happens in the race. He gained about 0.4 seconds. He got away from us because of that, but I'll take that as opposed to an engine blowing up.
P2, that lap time was 104.51. That's your fastest lap. The guy behind has just done a 104.20.
So the guy behind's lapping about 0.3 of a second quicker than us, so he will catch us at this pace. Obviously we did during that lap have that incident with the gear shift, which to be fair probably lost us about 0.3 of a second. So let's see if we can catch back up with P1 and hopefully stay away from P3. So we want to stay within 1 second, otherwise we are looking at dropping out of his slipstream and allowing P3 to really close up. And by the way, P3's been moving through the field. I don't think he's going to be too patient in waiting for us. And obviously we're safety rating is the most important thing. But we are Class C now. We have our Class C license. So obviously that's what allows us to race the Porsches, which I was talking about earlier. But we have caught back up. There we go, 0.6. I can't remember what the cigarette brand is on the guy's car in front, but it's a classic, the black and gold JB, something like that. Let me know in the comments if you know. I'm sure if we get close enough we might actually be able to see it. Down to half a second now. Coming onto the main straight. If we can get a good exit here. Patient on the throttle. Now into it. An amazing exit, but keeps us with him. 10 laps left. 5 done. Really closing up now, within 0.3 of a second. But you know, where do you make your move on this track is the hard thing to decide. Obviously you have the fairly long straight, but actually getting enough speed to do the overtake there is quite difficult. I prefer overtaking on some of the slower corners, maybe where they least expect it. So here we come. We're pretty close. 0.4. He did get away from us slightly, but here's the main straight. Let's see if we can make that work. For P1, in which we haven't had a win on this channel yet, would be nice. Again, not essential though. It's all about participating, right?
Alright, Thomas. Keep running on the pressure. He'll make a
Right
mistake.
behind now. Right behind. So you can see Riley behind, not actually closing that quickly on us. So we're fairly comfortable as is. All about patience, really. Make your move when you can and when it's safe.
Go right, clear right.
Had a little look there, nothing more. This is the closest we've been coming onto the main straight. We didn't get the best of exits, but possibly better than his. More aggressive for sure. Are we going to try and send one down the inside?
That time was 104.
We are. We throw it in. We barge him out of the way.
On your left, clear left.
I'm not impressed with that move, and I'm actually trying to let him through here.
Hold your line.
In all of that stupidity that he didn't realise I was letting him through, and not a good place for me to let him through.
On your left.
The guy behind caught 2 seconds. I let him through because I felt like it was totally out of order what I did. It wasn't a good racing move. It was a dive. And I made contact. There was nothing clean about it. So let's fight for it properly. But look behind us now. In all of that, Riley is 1 second away. So maybe I should have just gone for it once I passed him. Easy to look back and say that, but I mean, I didn't actually get any incident points, so it wasn't a big collision. It was a dive without a doubt, but we've seen Verstappen do it time and time again. So maybe there was nothing wrong with it, and maybe I should have just held the position, but I felt like it wasn't good.
Halfway home. Fuel is fine. The gap
There's
is
halfway.
close.
And now, unbelievably, Riley is closer to us than we are to the car in front. So now we're in trouble. P3 would obviously not be a disaster, but clearly not what we want. When we start P2, and we were nearly 4 seconds clear of
Closing the
him.
gap. It's now 0.7.
It seems to be that Bruno does get away from us at certain points, but then just seems to switch off a bit. Or maybe we get better, I don't know. But as I've said before, I do prefer following a car. And as long as we stay close enough, it shouldn't give Riley enough room behind to actually make a move. But we have to be aware of it. Starting to clip that inside corner more than I did at the start. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I mean, our last lap time was a 107.
104.41.
This one was a 104, but yeah, the 107 is 3 seconds slower than we can do.
Keep on coming.
And that was the 3 seconds that Riley caught back on us. So don't dive bomb, kids. It's not worth it. JBL? No, that's a speaker brand. I think it is JB. The cigarette in front. I'm just sort of talking to myself here. We run a little bit wide there. We don't want to touch the grass or anything here. It would be game over. I think if we do manage to finish this race, it will actually be the first I've finished around this track. You obviously saw the disaster on the last race.
Alright, Thomas. Don't be intimidated by this little shit. Make it work for it.
Our engineer really giving it to us. Bruno looked to me to have run very wide out there, and look, we have caught him, but behind we've got real issues. 0.2 behind. Is he going to send a dive bomb in? He thinks about it, backs off sensibly. Oof, it looked like he might have gone straight into the back of us there. He got it slowed down now. Bit of oversteer coming out of there. I feel like when you throw it in, as I've got a tendency to do in these Mazdas, it doesn't quite react too well. That corner's a little bit too sharp. Four laps left, soon to be 3. We really need to keep our cool. It doesn't look like I'm keeping my cool there. Riley looks down the inside. You're gonna want to keep an eye on that corner and him looking down the inside. He's got a tendency to do it. I don't know what he's hoping to happen there, because you're always hugging that inside line on that point. I don't know what he's thinking he's going to get past. Run very wide again there, but still 0 on the incident count. No actual scenarios where we've actually gone off track. No contact either. Just what we want. Gaining 74 iRacing points at this point. You can see when I touch the back of my head, I'm getting stressed. There's 3 laps left once we come around this final straight. There you go. He looks down the inside again. Takes a lot of curve. I mean, he's almost on the grass there. So we get the better exit. Should pull away from him slightly here.
Time was 104.
Now we're really closing up on Bruno again. See what I mean? He seems to come and go, Bruno. A couple of laps are quick. We've actually done a best lap time of 103.9, which is very, very, very fast for me. I assume the slipstream helps somewhat with that. Right, round we come. We've actually lost Riley a little bit now. 0.4. Oh, and he's gone wide there. This might be a chance now. Bruno with the slip up. 0.3 back. 0.2 now. Definitely got the better exit. If we can nail this final corner, we might have a run down to him. With 2 laps left, it would be the ideal time to make the move. Do brake a bit late. Needs to get on that accelerator now. Do. Are we going to look at it here? He defends the inside. We'll go round the outside if we have to.
Hold your line. Clear right.
Compromises our line. He stays in front. Our wipers come on. It's all happening. We're going to look round the outside again here. No.
Left side.
We get a dive bomb down the inside from Riley.
Clear left.
Bit like what I did, and we get a 4x on the incident count, which is frustrating. I wasn't particularly happy with that move from Riley. I mean, I can't say too much because it is what I did earlier on in the race to Bruno. He's obviously getting impatient. But there is just very few overtaking opportunities around here. Anyway, round we come. The final corner to start the last lap. There's the white flag. If Riley wants to make something happen, he's going to have to make it happen pretty quick. So we need to be careful of any aggression here. We'll look to defend the inside as much as we can. Force him around the outside if he wants it. He doesn't. Defending the inside again. Yeah. Should be good at this point. I can't imagine many more chances for him to get round. Any mistakes, obviously, give him the chance. But if we keep it smooth, should be fine now. 2 more corners left. Here's the penultimate one. Actually, Bruno goes a bit wide here. Do we sense a chance? It's probably a little bit far away, unfortunately. One more mistake and we might have a chance. One more corner. Play it nice and smoothly this time. No reason to try anything silly. as we do clip the curve a bit too much. A small moment of panic, and we run a little bit wide there, but we will cross the line in second. I will absolutely take that. The 4x on the incident count isn't great, but that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode.